Hello and welcome to another episode in my Warhammer 40k Conquest series. In this episode we're going to be painting up our Thermatic plasma conduits, so stay tuned. Okay, so for this it's really quick and easy. So the paints you'll need is lead belcher and retributor gold for the base, and then for the shades, non-oil and egg shade. So the non-oil to shade the lead belcher and the egg shade to do the retributor gold details. So if you're following the issue's instructions, then you'd want to brush paint the entire model in lead belcher. To save time, I sprayed it on the sprue, cut it off, and now I'm just touching up all the areas that were missed and from the bits where I cut it off from the sprue. So you can be as quick and as messy as you like with this. I wouldn't say water it down, just make sure that you do add just a touch of water to it, just so it doesn't dry while you're brushing it. And use a large base brush as well, and you'll save yourself some time. So for this example I'm just going to be doing this unit, but you can follow the instructions from this unit onto all of them. Right, so once you've painted it all up, you then want to get your biggest brush. If you're doing the subscription, it'll be the large dry brush, and just dip it. Don't even bother with the palette, just take the worst off within the pot, like so. Make sure that you have blue tack the pot down as well so it doesn't spill. See, it's quite sturdy. And yeah, just have at it. So you want to go for all the recesses, cover the entire thing, and make sure you try and move the wash around as much as possible. Make sure you soak it up as you go along, so that way don't leave massive blobs of it everywhere. You just want to get it into the recesses and just to colour the surface. I would suggest doing it so that, see like the line here that separates a section, or like here even, shade from there all the way up to the top so that you got somewhere to hold without worrying about getting fingerprints and stuff. And when that's dry, you can then hold the rest of it and shade the rest. That way you don't get like a weird smudge line where the old shade has dried and where you're putting the fresh shade over. So as you can see, you can't tell where I started and where I finished, because I made sure I used that section there as like a way to divide it. So now we get our retributor gold and we start filling in the details. So this is literally anything you want really. So see all these pipes, you could do them like that, and you could take as long as you like on this or as little time as you like with it. You may need a couple of coats, that's not a problem. You could do these dials here as well, and little bits like little pipes like that. I will do those, and then you know, like you got like a little placard here, and then of course, you know, you got your vents as well. You can do those. So it's entirely up to you how you do your details. You can follow it how it is in the mag, or you can get creative with it as well. So do that with the rest of the bits. You do have a few more details on this, so you know, you got these buttons and dials and stuff that you can paint in. You also got these big old cylinders here that you can paint. So you can get really creative with what you do on this, or you can keep it simple. Right, so once you have finished, put in all the Retributor gold on the details that you want. Again, remember, you don't have to follow the pictures exactly. You can have a bit of creative license with this. Then you start applying your Agrax Earth Shade. So all over those gold areas. Try and be careful not to get it on the areas you've already done in Lead Belcher and non-oil. Try and get in those recesses just to make them stand out a bit more. And don't let it pull. So if you see like a big chunk like that, just push it along with your brush just so it tints the colour, but it doesn't leave a big blob on there for when it dries. If you want to have a variation in the effect, remember, wait until that first coat of the wash dries and then apply a second coat, and then it'll give it a brass effect rather than a shaded gold effect. So, and that's that. So just carry on the entire lot. It's quite easy, and then you'll be finished. If you need to neaten up after that, you can, but I wouldn't think too much about it because people won't really be paying too much attention to any mistakes that are done on the terrain. It's more the miniatures, the soldiers and stuff that people really sort of take notice. So as you can see, it was a really quick and easy paint scheme to do, and if you do spray the model before you put it together with the lead belcher and then just touch up the areas that I've missed, you save a lot of time and a lot of paint as well. So before I go, let's have a look and see what you, the community, have done with yours. So as you can see, there's plenty of inspiration for those who haven't done theirs yet. Why you haven't done yours yet? You know, get to it. And if you haven't got yours delivered yet, then you got plenty of inspiration to go on. Before I go, please do remember to check out Big Mac Dan Skull. Every week he gets the issues straight from the shop, records it, and then he posts it the very next morning. Sometimes in the evening. He always expands upon the lore that's within them and gives you a lot of narrative, and he really does sort of bring the most out of those issues. So go check him out, give him a sub, and say hello from me. So that's it for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. Just click that little button, the little bell icon next to it, and all my social media links are in the description below as well, plus some fantastic groups there that are all about helping everybody out, so check those out as well. So without further ado, I'll see you in the next one.